5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have crash landed. Hello.
Hello, folks.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes, we're back after our little break.
Yes, and I'm not hidden for a change.
No, and it's been a whole sweaty one, as they say. Not much has happened since we last spoke to you. You know, it's just been.
I'm sorry, somebody's just sent me something.
Well.
It's a quote from QI.
Oh.
You know I love my QI, but apparently back in 1982, a World Cup match between West Germany and Austria was so bad the TV commentators urged viewers to change the channel. The Spanish newspaper wrote up the match under their crimes section.
Yeah, but basically that's when the next World Cup, that all the last group matches of a group are played at the same time, because Germany and Austria were already through, so that's why that happened. It's a bit dark in here, but I think the sun's gone in at last. A bit.
No, it's still here.
Yeah,
I'll let you know whenever it goes.
Yeah, the sun's moved round.
I mean, I'm still on natural light.
Yeah, I'm on natural light, but the sun does come blown. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, been busy.
Did you thoroughly enjoy last night? No.
Oh, God, it was painful. I mean, but I'm staying optimistic.
Come on, they're up against Mexico
in the Aztec.
Yes, and they haven't altitude trained.
No, they haven't.
Guess who's going to lose?
Yeah, so it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to watch this rugby competition.
Oh, I forgot to open up the chat. Yeah. Terry, hello, and Mick and Pulsar. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, this competition, this rugby in South Africa, where they play each other.
Yes.
And then they go and play each other. But have you seen the schedule? They've got, I think they've got to fly halfway around the world for a match. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's not the World Series. It's oh God, I can't remember the name of it.
That's no problem, Alan. Happy birthday, Alan.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yes, yeah, you watch it.
Oh, we've somebody else to congratulate whenever he arrives in.
Oh yes,
tonight.
Yes. So yes, happy. Wasn't much in your chart, all I'll say, as you haven't watched it. That's the trouble when you get certain years in America. Sorry, America, we love you really.
Yes, because they have bluegrass and country and rock and roll and pop and whatnot, but they've got extra bits that we don't get. The only time we sort of hear something like that is whenever somebody, Glenn Campbell, for example, John Denver, they came over here and they did, a residency at the BBC. They had a whole series of programs.
I know.
And that was the only time we sort of came across that music, unless you were a diehard country and western fan or whatever. But, yeah.
Yes, on Saturday, it's Lee's birthday on Saturday.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
and we're going to the Cardigan Arms now. Hopefully, last year when we went, I had the most incredible ploughman's lunch, if you remember.
Oh yes.
I'm hoping that Chef has put it on, because apparently it was very popular. Good evening, Mike.
Evening, Mike.
Yes. So.
I beat you to it, Terry. Congratulations in advance.
Yes.
I can tell you nothing special about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's one thing we need to do. Spin some wheels.
No,
We did them all, didn't we?
we did it last. We did it last month before I went down to the wedding.
Hang on, mate. I'm not. I can't remember. Yeah, we did because I've got
Yeah.
August's.
Yeah, we've done July. We've got July and August. The next one is next month. We spin for September.
Yeah. Oh well. Senior moment. Senior moment.
Alan, it all depends on who you listen to. Some people are saying it's the greatest thing since sliced bread again, and some people are saying no, not impressed. A lot of them are good reviews apparently. Evening, Zeb. Welcome in.
Good evening, Seb. Yeah, what I've heard of the new Deep Purple album, it's pretty good. I've heard the 3 tracks. They're pretty solid. Looking forward to listening to it tomorrow. I've got it set up on Spotify when these new albums come out, so I get the alert.
That's usually 1 minute past midnight.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yes. Bing. What? No, leave it till the morning.
Yeah, I shall listen to that tomorrow because I'm doing a few bits tomorrow after I've done tomorrow's videos.
Oh, Mick's got his copy already. Very nice.
Yeah, I've got 2 new album reviews to do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
One being Muse. I'm not going to do any spoilers. And the other is Pretty Reckless. Their new album, not Dog. Now, have you listened to the Evanescence album yet?
Nope. I'm waiting to get the weekend over. Because if you remember this time last year, I was hoping to come over.
Yeah.
Until we discovered what the bloody hotel prices were.
Because of the British Grand Prix.
Yeah, which is this weekend. So, have you seen what is happening at the British Grand Prix this weekend?
Not yet, no.
Oh, the drivers' parade. They're not going round on the back of a truck.
Oh.
They've all got their own Lego car they're going to be driving around.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
22 Lego cars.
Oh, I shall sit and watch that.
Yeah, apparently the drivers' parade is scheduled for 1:30 on Saturday.
Yeah, this week on Sky F1, you know they put the classic races on. And they had the 1981 British Grand Prix.
Yes.
So I thought, I'll watch this. And it's because I remember watching it when it happened because I hadn't been out of hospital too long. So I used to sit and watch it.
Yeah.
And we had, for a start, you got Murray and James commentating.
Yeah.
And then you've got there's Rennie Arnoux, Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
And I forgot they used to have a chicane at Woodcote.
Yes.
Because, Gilles Villeneuve.
Yes. Jacques' daddy, yes.
He span off there. Now, what was the thing? All the I can't remember he took out, but they didn't clear the cars.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 2 down the old pit strap, the old start finish.
Yeah.
There were 2 cars parked up against the wall. And everything was flying through.
Yeah, because you came round the corner, and the G-force, the gravity, automatically pushed you to the outside. Yeah. You would. The only time you'd be in danger was if you were trying to do a Lewis Hamilton and go up the inside of Max Verstappen.
Mike said he'd watch the Formula Lego.
Well, they did it at Miami, and this is where the controversy is coming, because some of the drivers are not impressed that the drivers' parade, instead of them going round waving to everybody on the back of the truck, they're going to be in these Lego cars, and it's going to be like a roller derby, bumping and banging all the way around Silverstone.
But can you remember, without looking it up, who won the 1981 British Grand Prix?
I'd be tempted to say Alan Jones, but I don't think it
No,
was.
Gilles Villeneuve took him out.
It was right. Gilles took out.
Now, the winner was caught up in that accident, but he didn't have his car damaged. He's a fellow countryman.
Oh, Derek.
No. He was known as the Ulsterman. He went on to be a commentator and reporter.
Hey, I don't remember him doing commentating.
No, this is the guy that took me round in the McLaren F1 double-seater at Silverstone. And I nearly shat my pants.
I wasn't there.
No. I've met the guy.
I'm drawing a blank. I can see him, and I can.
Oh, I think I've got you. Mr. John Watson.
Oh, I was thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, John Watson.
Oh, crikey, yes. Yes, John did go into commentating. Yeah.
Yes.
No, for some reason, my mind was fixed on Eddie Irvine. I don't know why. Oh, that would have
Eddie Irvine, I'll have a drink at the bar and then I'll do a dare and I'll jump in a car and drive around Silverstone.
Yes.
And Johnny Burke said, yes, I'll join you.
Although, mind you, the Grand Prix we've attended and other races that we've attended, what has been the most fun?
I would say Autumn Gold Cup was always a lot of fun.
Autumn Gold Cup was the best, especially whenever our dear departed friend PK arrived at the restaurant with a bunch of dolly birds.
Yeah, for my birthday. Oh, from the orange stand.
Yes. Oh,
can I bring a few friends?
Yeah.
Can I bring a few friends? Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. Bang. 6 dolly birds. Oh my God. How he fitted them all in the car, I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think how they all got in his Seat. There you go.
Oh, God bless.
Anyway, we're too much reminiscing about old days.
Yes. We're supposed to be doing music.
Yeah, but
hello, everybody.
Yes.
So
once everyone starts coming on, obviously you can see that we've got our theme of Old Grey Whistle Test.
Yes.
I'm going to ask everyone this. What's the first thing that comes into your head when you hear Old Grey Whistle Test?
Star Kicker.
Star
Kicker. He's in behind you.
Yes. And that music.
Yep.
Yes, it was a legendary. And some legendary.
Oh, there were some superb performances. Where is it?
And some great interviews. There were some.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, do you know that Status Quo never ever performed on there, but they got interviewed on there?
Yes, because in fact, while I remember it. Thank you for reminding me. Live, that one there. I need to.
Yes, we do have. So we've got some in the workings, Alan. Yeah, we've got. I'm not
Oh, a
telling you
whole
what they
bunch.
are. We have got some. Don't worry.
Copy
And we got
that.
some special guests as well coming up.
Terry's almost got it right. Stone Fox. But if you haven't found where to go and see the old grey whistle test, courtesy of this guy on YouTube, there is a playlist, and he has a hell of a lot of old grey whistle tests. Some of them are full episodes, some of them are snippets. One of them is Status Quo's interview.
Yes.
And that is on that list. Yes, area code 650, Stone Fox Chase. Yeah. Better known as Star Kicker. But that was the original opening credits was the silhouette of a woman filled in green dancing around. And it was only whenever Whispering Bob Harris took over that they changed to Star Kicker.
May 77, that interview, blimey, that would have been. Oh, yeah.
Yes, Paul. So, and likewise for some of us, some of the Americans coming over. I mean, you'll hear some of my picks, because I was traveling with family for my dad's work. We missed a lot of stuff, and it was only in catch up or whenever I came home and saw stuff on the TV. Thought, wow, I've never heard this. Where the hell why have I never heard this sort of music before?
That makes sense, Alan. I think that makes sense that the live album did come out that summer. Still remains one of my favourite live albums.
Yeah, record handy posted Stone Fox Chase with a little background on area code 615. There we go.
Good evening, Mike.
Hello.
First off, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much, Dave.
Yeah. Yes. The news was relayed, so we all had a little.
Yeah. I'm a granddad since we were last on. By the way,
yes.
That's the thing.
So
got a little grandson called Jonah.
Oh, nice.
When he grows up, I'll introduce him to my great nephew Yona. Anyway.
Oh, which do I prefer, live in Japan or made in Japan or Quo Live?
Yeah.
Oh, gold. I'm gonna go made in Japan because the production on it is absolutely stonking because it was done by Martin Birch. As much as I'm a Quo fan, out of the two albums, the Quo production's okay, it's raw, but Martin Birch's production on Made in Japan is just something else.
It's a fantastic live album.
From start to finish, it's just one of the best.
I've always liked Deep Purple, you know. Something about them. And anyway, have you told everybody about the protocols that are in force today for the live stream? Well, I can see in your faces you haven't mentioned it.
No.
Hey, what?
Right. Well, we've been told we have to adopt FIFA protocols now for the live stream. So there'll be regular hydration breaks during the course of Yeah. So basically, that'd be me going to the kitchen to get another beer.
Yeah,
And,
And a backup.
yeah, and if there's any disputes about facts and figures, then we'll obviously be going to VAR.
yes.
Yeah. But other than that, it would just be like normal, won't it?
Yeah. I mean, last night I watched the England game, and I reckon that was a penalty.
I think it
Didn't
was.
get
Yeah.
one. And then the Belgium game, same thing happened. They gave a penalty.
I tell you what, that Belgian game, I was half watching it, and it seemed so. Belgium were on top for most of the match, but Senegal were leading 2-0, weren't they?
Yeah.
And and then sort of like, as I say, I was half watching it, and then it gets to the last sort of 10 minutes, and Belgium were doing everything but scoring, weren't they? And then what was it, 85, 86 minutes when they got their first?
Yeah.
And then we were into added time. They get the draw, but that that penalty decision right at the end of extra time. Yeah, it was a bit tenuous, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd already made another cup of coffee.
Well, you're waiting for the penalty shootout, were you?
Yeah, I thought I'll make a cup of coffee ready for the shootout. And I didn't get it. And I literally sat down, and then the next penalty, and I swear I spoke to Leela this afternoon. I went, how come they got a penalty and we didn't?
Because the guy didn't make contact with Harry Kane. Harry Kane dived over.
Yeah. I mean that's it. I mean, I think if he clattered into the goalkeeper, might have got a penalty.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah.
I think as much as I want them to do well, I don't think they're going to get past Mexico because you're paying at high altitude.
Yeah.
And it'll be stinking hot. I mean, I've been to Mexico myself, and I've been at ground level, and it's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, when was it? What's it called? Chichen Itza. I mean, that's up right in the open, and that was, you could feel the sweat running in everywhere.
Yeah.
So being up in Aztec, I mean, the highest altitude I've been was up when I was up in the Atlas Mountains in Morocco, where they filmed Game of Thrones. I mean, there's a clip. You've seen the clip, haven't you, Dave? Where I'm filming the thing, and all you can hear is me going. It's like a dirty, heavy breathing phone call, and I was just breathing normally.
He could have been the guy in Aqualung.
Yeah, Darth Vader.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's stifling, and I thought, how the hell did they film up here?
Yeah.
I mean, whenever I was in Pakistan, we went up to Srinagar, and Srinagar is well up. You're talking, you're up about 9 to 9,500 feet above sea level. It took a day to acclimatize, and then we were on the way back down again the next day.
Yeah, I think the other place I've been high altitude, and that's Kandy in Sri Lanka. That's one of the highest points on the island, and that was thin up there. But anyway, I'm not going to watch it because it's on at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, 1 a.m. isn't it? Well, yeah. Sunday night, well, Monday morning, really, isn't it?
Yeah, Monday morning. Yeah, I mean, if we win, I'll watch it. But
you can. The Prime Minister has said you're allowed to go down to the pub. The pub's open till 5 a.m.
What does he care? He's leaving soon.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, he's. These politicians, they kind of misjudge everything, don't they? They get the mood completely wrong. And he tweeted something, didn't he, about England's win. And all he got back was derision. I think quite rightly so, because the guy's not a football fan.
Well, he might be one of those, casual. Oh, England are playing. I'll sit and watch it. He's not a regular fan.
Yeah. We're talking about the guy in number 10 at the moment, not the real Prime Minister. Yeah.
And then the other one's going to move it up north, isn't he? He's going to in Wigan.
He's opening a number 10 in Manchester, isn't he?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, number 10 Ackroyd Street or something.
It's going to be like the Hovis advert, isn't it?
Yeah,
like the old Hovis advert. He'll have his bike going up the hill.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Coronation Street.
Yeah, Cobham Street.
I remember when we used to cycle uphill.
That always reminds me when I went to see Status Quo on their Rock to Your Drop. We asked someone where the arena was, and the bloke said it's over Tuck Bridge, then you turn Tuck left, past the Mucky Duck, and it's up top of the road,
Oh, God.
And we got so far, and my mate Neil said, I can't see a Mucky Duck. And I went, does he mean the Black Swan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Obvious, isn't it? It's obvious. Yeah.
State the obvious, the Mucky Duck.
Yeah. No, I've been up north long enough now. Well, more than half my life I've been living in north of England now, so I'm well acclimatized and tuned into the northern accent, even though I'm really a southerner.
Yeah. I mean, apart from Leeds, which I think I really like Leeds.
Yeah.
Oh.
So do I.
Evening, Simon. Welcome in.
So yeah, it's got some nice pubs, some nice beer.
Yeah.
And I love that pub we go in because it's a proper music pub.
Oh, the Duck and Drake.
Yeah, you walk in there, and the first thing you see is that in the door is a mural. It's got Lemmy on there, and Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix, and you think, yes, this is the sort of place you want to be.
Yeah. Well, I think when we're when we're at the record fair a week on Saturday, I think the weather's going to be pretty hot. So I think we'll spend a while in that beer garden, won't we?
Yes, we usually do, don't we? I can't believe how long we spent in the on my birthday.
Oh yeah,
it was a lovely day.
It was really warm that day, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Terry, I've been there. I've been in that, the Docking Pleasant, a long time ago. Oh, there you go, Mike. You like that?
Yeah,
Simon,
certainly is, Simon. Yeah.
Is Nick back from his fishing trip?
He didn't go.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is he back yet?
Yeah, he's fine.
Ian and I had a sneaky chat. We know each other's 5 picks and a couple of also rans each.
All right, okay. Well, hopefully they won't be the same as mine.
Yeah, I think there may be one that might occur 2 or 3 times. But I've asked Dave this. I'm going to ask you, when someone says the old grey whistle test, what's the first thing that comes into your head?
Whispering Bob.
Yes. Northampton legend.
Yeah. In fact, I watched. It's absolutely brilliant, and you'll know it anyway. The Rutland Weekend Television whistle test spoof, with Eric Idle doing an absolutely brilliant Bob Harris.
Yes,
yes, he got away with an awful lot doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then again, Bob, I think I think Eric Idle said that Bob was giving.
Oh, he was chuffed to pieces about it. He loved the fact that somebody took the mickey out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just thought. So you remember it was on about the Prime Minister doing the tweet. There was this was on the Dead Ringers radio show, and I remember, when we won the Ashes in 2005, John Coleshaw did this brilliant. Obviously, he did a brilliant Tony Blair, and he said he did this statement about the winning the Ashes, but he included every other sport that politicians just, you can know they're not got no clue about sport. He said, I watched every quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is it, isn't it? I mean, up north we have a real sort of we have a real problem with the honour system. That if you play rugby union or cricket, you can get a knighthood, but it's just about impossible if you're a rugby league player. I mean, but finally, Kev is really Sir Kev, even though we've been calling him Sir Kev for a long time. Kevin Sinfield.
You see, I think Rob Burrows should get a posthumous knighthood.
Well, yeah,
you can't.
You can't. I don't think you can do that. But
you need it. I mean, the trouble is with awards these days, they're giving them out like toffees, aren't they?
Yeah.
It is, and they're going to the wrong people.
Always, yeah. But Kev has done so much for MND charities.
He has. I mean, he totally deserves this. But it's like members of the England football team, the Lionesses. Hello. They got their gongs. And how long did it take the 66 winning squad to get a gong?
Yeah, but it used to be different, didn't it? Like you got automatic sort of like honours if you were a politician. You'd end up with knighthood, or you'd end up in the House of Lords, or whatever. But everybody else, it just took so long. But yeah. I mean the 66 football team, they were sort of bypassed, really, weren't they?
It took them 40 years to get something. It was in the 2000s that
Yeah.
Anyway, how was Japan, Michael?
It's fine.
It's cooled down a bit, has it?
How did the World Cup go down in with Japan's quite successful, although they got beat the other night? Did a lot of people watch it in bars, or do they just watch it at home?
Both. I mean, they congregate. I mean, there's no TV screens outside like in the metro areas, but both.
Apparently, they're the most tidiest fans ever.
Yes.
They tidy up after themselves when they leave the stadium, apparently.
Yes. Yes. We leave no mess behind.
Yeah.
Is that like in all your sports? I've been waiting to ask you this. In all your sporting events in Japan,
yeah,
they don't have to send people around after the stadium's empty to clear up the clutter. It's already done.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that happening at Headingley, Mike?
Not really. I mean, by the time match is finished, there's usually sort of litter around my feet.
Yeah, it's a very they clean up after themselves here. And the other thing is, there's no garbage pails here because public garbage. For one, why I think the government says, why should we pay to get rid of this garbage on behalf of the people? The people should be responsible for the garbage themselves. And so, there's only places to throw out aluminum cans and plastic bottles. That's it by the drink machines. But I mean, if you have a shopping bag or, shrink wrap, in vinyl terms. You have to like keep that on your person until you get home, and then you get rid of it through the proper recycling bin that you have. You follow? I mean, it's like, and the whole population does this. Everyone cooperates. I love saying this, because as an American, it's like such an anathema to us, and so I love telling the story with such conviction because I don't toss stuff away. I mean, I'll stop it to a 7-Eleven and use their garbage bin. They have that for the public. No Japanese would do that. Walk in a 7-Eleven and fold up a shopping bag and put it into the paper box. But, you can do it. It's just, you take care of your own. You take care of your own garbage here.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
You'll love it. You'll love it, Ian. You'll be like, this is unbelievable. The trains alone. You'll never see Japan. You'll be on a train the whole time. Because
I'll tell you what, the number of times, especially after football fans, when the train's gone, the first thing you have to do is get a brush and get rid of all the litter, because there's bins all around the platforms, but no one seems to be able to open a lid and pop it in.
Even the ones without a lid.
Yeah, they
seem to miss it. Oh, yeah. There's a bin.
Well, the other one is
Paris sealed their public garbage cans. You know that. After a terrorist incident, I can't remember which one. You can't. There's no public trash bins in Paris on the streets.
Yeah. In fact, it's a bit like that in London now. But about a year ago, we were waiting for a train, and my daughter was with us. She lives in London, and we were in a cafe in St Pancras Station. So, I picked up all the the used cups and the wrappers and everything. Took it to the bin, at the side of the room, and I couldn't open it.
Yeah.
And then Eleanor says to me, "What are you doing, Dad?" I said, "I'm trying to get rid of this rubbish." She said, "You can't. They're all nailed down now because of terrorist threat."
Huh.
But in Leeds, it's fine. You've got bins everywhere.
We are. Shall we inform Michael that we are going to do strict FIFA rules tonight and have hydration breaks?
Yeah.
Michael had his there. Yeah. I saw him use
it. Yes. Well, it's a little early, so I have to cheat. But mine's caffeine.
Yes, but it should be. We all know it's advert breaks, isn't it? Really.
Well, that's it. They're trying to creep in, a 4-quarter game by the back door, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be having it in Morocco, and they didn't have hydration bites in Qatar, did they?
No. It's just a way of.
But they had that spray, and they timed it so that they weren't playing in the heat of the noonday sun.
Yeah, even so, But,
I know how hot. Dave will know how hot it is out there at that time of day. I remember when I did a transfer in Abu Dhabi airport, and I came out of an air-conditioned building with my glasses, and it just went. I was going, where am I? Where am I?
Yeah.
I had to take my glasses off. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And that was at 10:30 at night.
It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I did say to the guy what the temperature is. He says, "Oh, it's not too bad tonight. It's 38."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know. It's dreadful, isn't it?
I remember being driven out into the desert for a lunch in a Bedouin type tent. Huge thing. They had fans at the back of the tent to blow air or to suck air into the tent from outside and blow it out the back to get rid of the heat. And we were there. We'd sort of had the first course. And the guy that drove us out, he said, "Do you want to see a neat trick?" Oh, okay. He said, come with me. Walked out. He opened up the front door, took out a box of eggs, and cracked 6 eggs on the bonnet of the car and fried all 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was 40 plus.
So
Well, it's cool here.
Cool. What's the temperature?
You could ask me that.
I'll tell you, it's now, according to my thing, it is 17 at the moment.
16.
Yeah.
16. I've actually
20.
started closing the
20.
window.
Yeah, it was quite hot last week.
Oh yeah, it was a bit
Matt,
difficult to sleep, I thought, last week. Yeah.
Yeah,
Matt's got 22 degrees in Western Oregon.
it's not too bad. But yeah, it was unbearable. Poor old Rocky. I mean, he went round with a damp dishcloth on his back. Now,
Oh.
normally, you put anything on his back, it'd be, get this off. But not last week.
No, because the movement creates air, cools him down.
Yeah, but basically, when it got, because he's warm anyway, you have to take it off. And when you put the cold one on, his toe went. Yeah,
Oh, dear.
he did suffer. He didn't go out for a few days. I just won't take him out in the heat now.
Well, you were telling me. Excuse me. When was it? Friday of last week?
Yeah.
You were saying that you let him out to go and whittle, and he decided that he was going to wander down the path, and he sort of took 10 steps and turned around and came back in again.
Yeah. Because a few days before, when it wasn't too bad, he went out for a wee and he just wanders around.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Hello, Nick. Welcome in.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah.
It's 25C in Southern California for Mick, but Pulsar at the moment is 36C. It's cool for this time of year in the desert.
Wow.
Blimey.
So, I'm going to say to Nick, when you think of when someone says old grey whistle test, what's the first thing that comes into your head?
To my head,
Yeah.
firstly, I can only see me and Michael.
Hello, Nick.
Hello.
You have this trouble every time, don't you, mate?
Yeah. Yeah. We had this one on the Saturday, didn't we?
How's that?
No, I can still. It's only me and Michael.
You
And
can't see the top bit then, but we can
No.
see you.
We can see you. Yeah.
well, this is weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, put it back to when we're all quite big. That's much better.
Go on. That
Yeah,
one.
that's better, isn't it?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun doing the steel eye span mucking about with the thing, didn't we?
We did. We did.
We
Yeah.
found a way- we found
Trying
it.
to get the chart at a decent size. Well.
Yes, you denied all knowledge that you chose it then, Nick. Steel eye span. Are you still denying all knowledge of it?
Oh, now I can see you.
Hey.
Yeah,
Takes a while to update.
I quite like it.
Hydration.
I like it. I think this is quite good.
What do I think of when I hear? Oh, yeah,
What's the first thing that pops into your head?
Whispering Bob Harris.
Yeah.
To Whispering
One,
Bob.
two.
Now, do you-
There's 2 for that and 1 for Star Kicker.
yeah.
And there's no audience.
Oh, yeah, the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is actually behind us, but it won't be now. But yeah, I mean, Michael, I mean,
Yes.
was this your first time of looking into?
No,
What was-
I'm familiar. No, I knew about it. I can't remember where I discovered it. I'd like to think it was before YouTube.
No, we mentioned it on here.
No, I mean,
we-
entering my personal. I mean, I've known about the old grey whistle test for years.
When were
Right,
you in
I've
the
seen-
UK?
Huh?
When were you in the UK?
Well, I think when did Google and YouTube come into our collective worlds? I would say around that time, because I've always been a natural researcher, and I would think that that's probably around the first time. Because if I search for a rock band, a rock artist, Old Grey Whistle Test would come up as one of my choices.
Right,
As
I'm
well
having a
as they live.
dehydration break.
Yeah.
If it was live, it'd also be like Soul Train and Don Kirshner's rock concert that they had in the United States, and a number of others. So I think that would be the first time. I thought it was odd. I thought it was odd, very dry, no audience. I always think, when you guys say, what's the first thing you think of? I think of it's a band performing for studio cameras on a stage, and there's no audience reaction like that you can see.
No, that was it. It was the focus was all on the band. There
Yeah.
was an audience. It was depending on what studio they were in.
It
If they were
depends on the era, didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it, Dave? I think when Annie Nightingale was doing it, they used to have a little studio audience that you could actually see them.
Yeah. One of the
You sure
ones
that wasn't people like the roadies and the crew and all that sort of stuff?
Well, they might. They might.
be,
But there were certainly sort of like people on a sort of there's little sort of kind of makeshift sort of.
Yeah, but then they also started using Shepherd's Bush, and it was a proper theatre. You could see the two levels of the audience. You had the upper circle and stories.
I mean that's it. They did some specials, didn't they? Which were actually sort of proper gigs.
Yeah, they used the Parish Theatre a lot as well, didn't they? Which was legendary for BBC in concerts, wasn't it? It's where a lot of bands. I've got quite a few albums that have been recorded at the Parish Theatre.
Yeah.
I think I've got a Deep Purple in concert. The 72 bit was both of them, because you got the 1970. I think they were both done, or I think one was done at Maida Vale and the other. So they
Maida Vale.
Yeah, there's
Maida Vale. Did they do stuff at Shepperton as well?
Yes.
They did stuff at the BBC TV Centre.
Yeah, because that
was Shepperton Studios, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did, because there's that on YouTube. There's that 1973 Genesis at Shepperton, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which is
that's a great show.
Yeah, that's
there was
so that's BBC. I didn't realize that.
That's a BBC thing. Yeah, it's a fantastic show, that is.
Oh yeah,
I've got that Damned live at Shepperton, but whether that's BBC related or not, I wouldn't have a clue.
Quite possibly. But one of the ones that I've already put a link in the chat. I'll put it in again if I can't find it there.
Yeah, Terry.
I didn't know who Annie Nightingale was until a couple of days ago. She was very new to me, so I guess she came on as a presenter.
Yeah, she was a presenter. So Annie Nightingale was very, she was very well known. She was a seasoned radio presenter, and I can remember that she used to do a radio show, and it was Sunday evenings on Radio 1, and it was after the chart rundown. And she used to do sort of her own program, and she was one of the DJs that was trusted to create their own show. They weren't like during the daytime. It was all sort of all playlist stuff. So you
one of my choices is going to include her, and in New York City. So they went out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
BBC went to Macon, Georgia, and they did a special on Southern rock acts. Of course I didn't include those in my choice because they're not your guys' favorite, but they had Wet Willie and and some of the other bands.
That always makes you chuckle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They also went to Bearsville in near Woodstock, and they did a special with Albert Grossman, who was Bob Dylan's first manager. And they documented some live show at a Bearsville park.
Yeah. But
She's dead
I
now,
mean,
isn't she?
sorry.
Yeah.
And isn't she dead now, Annie Nightingale?
Yeah, she
Yes.
I think she is. Yeah, I think she died a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, she
I
died,
mean,
she
this
died,
sort of evolved over the years. So, you know, when it first started, it was in in a very small studio, and
Yes.
even during most of the sort of Bob Harris sort of years,
Yes.
it was, if it was in a studio, but there was no set. It was just the bare walls of the studio.
Yes.
And the band were there, with their equipment, and I quite like that. I quite like the fact that it wasn't, it was underproduced.
Did you think his bad sweaters were planned as kind of like an avant-garde decision to have he'd always wear bad Christmas sweaters?
I think that was just the fashion at the time,
Yeah.
went with the flared trousers, And
And prog
Come on,
rock.
he is from Northampton.
well, that explains it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if you know this, Michael, but Bob Harris was born in Northampton. He's a Northampton boy. Done good.
Oh, so
The thing is, who was the first host?
Brian Redhead,
Mhm.
was it not? Who? Oh,
David got all this trivia.
yeah.
Wasn't David Hepworth, was it?
Nope.
That was much later.
Yeah, he was good. I liked him.
Yeah. Mark Ellen, and
He was the features editor of Melody Maker.
Oh, God. Yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't. I can't.
Richard Williams.
That's right. He only did a few shows though, didn't he?
Yeah.
And to be honest, it was before I was really aware of Whistle Test.
Yeah. I really became aware of in full whenever Whispering Bob took over, and then Annie Nightingale came in 78 to
Yeah.
82.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
she did a great job.
a certain bucktooth lady turned up.
Yes.
Oh,
And
good.
did
She cancelled Whistle Test, didn't she?
Yes, she
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, this is Janet Street Poulter, who was head of youth television, and it was this woman who's got this fake sort of like working class accent,
Yeah.
and yeah, she cancelled the only decent sort of live music program that.
I mean, we used to always look forward to when Baby Ellen and they used to do that all nighter, didn't they? It'd be an all-nighter, and we would all stay up and watch it all. We'd have an all-nighter ourselves. We'd all sit in someone's lounge all night watching, because they used to do gigs and interviews. It was a brilliant night's entertainment, and it was just something that they did every year. Them two, and that was one of my fond memories, because it was towards the end of the show, but it was just something that you watched.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do some digging, you can find there's some really interesting shows that I had no idea that they put on. If you do the digging,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all sorts of people. Do you know? I mean, while I was sort of, doing my bit of research for this,
yeah.
I came across some really nice footage of Judy Sill.
Judy Sill, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was on a playlist and that I was going through earlier, but I didn't press play on her.
she's quite an interesting person.
Yes.
That apparently, she was, completely off the rails as a teenager, and apparently she got in with some older guy, and they used to go around robbing convenience stores at gunpoint.
That'll make for
crikey.
some good lyrics when you're in your artistic period.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Alan's just pointed out Andy Kershaw recently died, didn't he, as well?
He did.
He was a big contributor as well, wasn't he? You know,
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think I preferred Annie Nightingale to Kershaw. I mean, Andy Kershaw was the entertainment secretary at Leeds University when I was a student there.
Let's see.
Yeah.
After Annie left, it was Mark Ellen and David Hepworth,
Yeah,
brilliant.
and then they were joined by Richard Skinner and Andy Kershaw.
yeah. Well, that was the beginning of the end. Richard Skinner was not right for.
Yeah, and then Roe Newton joined in '85.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Can't think of his name. Paul Gambaccini was a contributor, wasn't he, as well? He.
Yeah, not a regular presenter, but he would.
He was often involved behind the scenes in quite a few sort of like music programs, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was like the man for America. You know, the American who knew about, who would introduce us to some stuff, and it was just one of the great programs.
I thought he was all right, Paul Gambaccini. I don't think he got enough credit, that he sort of deserved.
He knew an awful lot, didn't he? And I think he was a really good communicator.
And
he had a great voice, didn't he? He's got a great radio voice.
Yeah, definitely
a voice for radio. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I've got a face for radio.
Yeah.
That's anyway. Let's no, we won't do it all at once. Just rant out now that we'll talk about an actual performance.
Yes.
So I'm going to kick off one, and this is one that I knew was out there, but it was trying to find it, and I finally found it. And this goes back to it would have been 72, 70, a bit about 73, 74. And it was the first time that UFO played the whole of Doctor Doctor, and it was when Michael Schenker was in the band, and it was a very young band. And it's the rawest version of Doctor Doctor I ever heard.
You're right.
And to this day, I mean, the one on the live album, Strange in the Night, is good, but this is just, and it's in a studio that's just got a few speakers up there. The old grey whistle test logo that someone's put up in the corner, and it's just plug in and play. And it is as raw and as genuine as you can get, and it still is one of my favourite performances, because at that time UFO were nothing.
Yeah, I think that's it though, Ian. That Whistle Test was so influential, and it still is after all these years. And it was because there were some really great performances. Some of the performances were the ones that people remember above all other performances. It's what made it, such a great program, I think. Yeah,
I mean, I think Phil Mogg said it. He said he got more buzz out of doing Old Grey Whistle Tests than doing that, miming it on Top of the Pops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He says,
the start of Old Grey Whistle Test, because of the not so much restriction, but the dearth of equipment, etc., in the studio and the size of it. A lot of the first few programs were all mined. It was only whenever they got a slightly larger studio and proper gear that they started doing proper live performances.
I mean, I was surprised at that, Dave. What they did is they laid down a vocal track beforehand, didn't they? And then mimed to it.
Yeah. And the fact that they had laid it down meant they knew the rhythm and they knew when. And it was attuned to that live performance. Yeah.
Rather than being,
it was specific to that.
A performance off of vinyl,
It's not very often you would come, because for those, I mean, everyone that likes rock will know that Dr. Doctor is a longer track. It starts off with this keyboard piece that goes on for 2 or 3 minutes, and then you get the guitars coming in gradually. The single starts off with da 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 dun dun dun, but that's way into the song. And yeah, it's still. And I had it on the other night again just to have another listen, and they look young and experienced, but they were certainly rocking.
Yeah, Terry's mentioned someone who will get a mention.
Yeah, that was one of my choices. You know, because you know, a Dr. UFO are one of these bands that don't get enough credit that they should. You know, they're always rumby, but I've seen them a few times and they were absolutely brilliant every time I saw them. And even up to the end, Phil Mogg could still sing. That was the thing. There's one bit when we saw them at Nebworth. It was a rainy day, and he said, "Don't throw any mud on the stage." Well, you know what British rock fans are like.
It's an invitation to, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think he wanted people to throw mud up.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, can I just interrupt because I've just noticed something. You know, you're having a bit of problems seeing everybody, Nick.
Yeah.
I've noticed in the top left of the screen that you've got a choice of landscape and portrait.
Oh, look at
Well,
that.
I can see you all now.
Yeah, but I think that might be if you had it on portrait, then you probably wouldn't have sort of everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Yeah,
in
it's,
there.
yeah.
I mean, it might not be the problem, but I just
It's on
noticed it.
landscape now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the way to do it. Yeah.
So has anyone else got one they want to share?
Yeah.
Go on.
I'll do one because, as usual, traveling the world, going back to 1972. So Dad's job we'd been in Cyprus, 69 to 72, the moon landing to the Olympics, basically. And we were coming back. We sailed from Limassol, round the Med, docked at Venice, had a couple of days in Venice, and then into Dad's new car. And we drove from Venice through Austria, through Munich. We tried to stop in Munich and get a bed for the night. The cheapest room that we could find was £1,500
Wow.
for one night because
Wow.
the Olympics were on. And it was a 5-star hotel. It was the only place that could be found. So we kept on driving. We ended up on the German-Dutch border at a motel. But anyway, arrived, Hook of Holland, sailed over, drove across England, sailed Liverpool to Belfast, and drove home to be greeted by aunt and uncle, come round to us for tea. And we're sitting there. It's a colour TV. Wow. I've never seen colour TV. And the Olympics were on. I was absolutely fascinated by this. And the next day, Dad went out and he got us a colour TV. And he put it on and we sat and we watched various sports and whatnot. And this programme came on late in the evening. And it was the old Grey Whistle Test. And I heard this tune and I saw this logo of the guy and the dots, Starkiller. Wow, I like the sound of this. And lo and behold, up came a band and a tune. I'd never seen the band, I'd heard the tune because it had been broadcast on BFBS radio out in Cyprus. And it was Focus playing Sylvia live. What? Oh my God. That's what they look, that's how they do. He makes that noise with his voice. What? It was absolutely stunning. I couldn't believe what I was seeing and hearing. I love this program. Problem is, Mum and Dad sort of kept a strict eye on what we were watching. And if a band came on that had sort of been in the news, then the program was turned off. The channel was changed. Like the Rolling Stones got done for drugs. You're not watching them. They're a bad influence. No, you can't see that. But later in 72, Focus reappeared. Again, Old Grey Whistle Test. This time they played Hocus Pocus live.
Mm.
And the opening intro, and wow. So that's me, 1972, finding the Old Grey Whistle Test, seeing and hearing Focus. There you go.
That version of Hocus Pocus on there, that is mega fast, isn't it? I don't know what they were on.
It's really good. Yeah.
It was the speeded up version. The original is a lot slower, but the one that they record,
Is that bloody yodeling song?
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, the bit I like is that dum ding dum ding dum ding dum ding dum 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 dum.
Tice.
Well, yeah. I nearly went for Focus actually, but I didn't in the end. Yeah, I mean that performance of Sylvia was absolutely brilliant. I always thought that was a better track, of the two singles that were.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they were both in the charts at the same time, weren't they?
Yeah.
I always preferred Sylvia. I thought it was better produced, and it was there was just something about it. I thought Hocus Pocus was just a little bit flippant, really, a bit throwaway. But Sylvia, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, Sylvia's. I mean, when you listen to the rest of the
thank you, Zed. Tice Van Leer.
These,
is the guy with the voice.
Yeah. I mean, I think Sylvia is more in the frame of what Focus is about. Stunning keyboard work and wonderful.
That's all right, Richard. Glad to see you're still with us anyway.
Yes. Oh, Richard, while you're here, I will be giving you sending you an email in the next few days what we were discussing. We're keeping it a secret.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'll tell you later, Nick. All right.
Is it a secret?
It is at the moment, yes.
It's a secret at the moment, but you're allowed to know, though.
Yeah, you
No.
because you're involved. Yeah.
You're involved.
Oh, good Lord.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Focus at the Rainbow was an 8-minute version of Hocus Pocus, and that was at a fast pace. Yes, I've seen that version as well.
I'm not going to end up humiliating myself again, am I?
No,
you won't.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No, so yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hocus Pocus was recorded twice. The first one was the standard pace, and then the second recording was at the faster pace, and the faster pace is the one that got into the charts.
Yeah, there's a version I've seen of that because it all comes up, and there's one with I don't know what's in the band, but the drummer was Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers, and boy, did he
hammered him.
He hammered him. He was absolutely brilliant at it. This is a guy that's playing solely funky rock music, and there he was, and he didn't drop a beat. That was the thing.
Oh, Terry remembers. Focus doing the Hamburger Concerto. Oh my God, yes.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've got the album.
Yeah, it's my favourite Focus album. That is. Yes, no problem, Richard. I knew that you'd enjoy it.
This is definitely the live stream of the weird and wonderful.
What is?
There you go. The fast side was the 45 RPM flip side.
So then, Nick, let's have one of your favourite performances.
Well,
bring it down to earth.
I'm here to make things a little bit more sensible.
Good.
I can't believe that, Nick. I can't believe
it. Yeah. Annie Nightingale kind of turned Whistle Test. She kind of made it more updated and relevant.
Yes.
To the youth and the younger people of the day.
Yes.
Rather than, as much as I love Whispering Bob Harris, it was a very sort of classic
Stuffy.
rocky, fuddy-duddy, proggy type of presenter.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the likes of Annie, we praised John Peel and his radio show for bringing us weird and sort of wonderful new indie type bands to the fore. She brought these sort of not so much the weird. I mean, with John Peel, we had kind of bands with the names of Death by Milk Float, which she did. And of course, if it wasn't for John Peel, we'd probably I'd never heard of Half Man, Half Biscuit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
But Annie Nightingale brought these sort of bands to the fore and gave us all a vision of what they look like.
Right.
And if you can see what they look like, I think you can sort of decide on whether they sound good. Vision sort of enhances the sound, I think. And one of the bands she had on, I think they might have been on Whistle Test 2 or 3 times. People will ask me, they'll say, who's your favourite band? And I always used to say, what's The Who? I absolutely love The Who, adore it, but it's not really. It's Madness.
Yeah.
And they were always the talk of the sort of schoolyard when I was younger. Oh, did you see them on His Was or whatever it was on a Saturday morning? They did, they did one step beyond and all this, and to see them live performing, and it's the same with a lot of bands. To see them live there in person, albeit kind of stripped back on Whistle Test, and sometimes a very different sort of sound. In some cases, the drums and that sounded a bit tinny. They didn't sound right, but it sounded good. And when Madness come on, and I remember they did a Bed and Breakfast Man, which never made it as a single. It was on their Greatest Hits album. And to see Chaz Smash there doing his nutty dancing and all that sort of stuff, and then Suggs joining in. He was wearing his overcoat and bowler hat, singing away. I mean, Lee Thompson, who was a bit, I suppose he was the Who equivalent, or the Madness equivalent of the Who's Keith Moon, sort of standing there and sort of acting quite sensible, really, playing saxophone on Night Boat to Cairo. Bloody fantastic seeing them, your favourites. I mean, trying to imitate Chaz Smash's dance moves. I only knew a couple of people who could do it spot on, but seeing Madness was one of my main loves and main memories.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think about it, Nick, then that was the nearest we was getting to see people live.
Yeah, well, I was too young to go and see concerts, and my mum wouldn't let me go with. Do you know anybody, a responsible adult? Well, no, I didn't really. I knew a lot of irresponsible people.
But, it is. You didn't have like today, people doing it on their phones and putting it up on YouTube. We didn't have that back in the day, and to see a band actually not mime to a song was something special, wasn't it? And I think that's why our sort of generation really.
You mentioned miming a bit earlier. They weren't miming.
No.
Well,
It was the very, very early ones, Nick.
Yeah.
Because they were in the studio, which was, like a broom cupboard, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of my main favourites.
Yeah, that's great. I knew you'd you choose them at one point.
Yeah. I mean, I love that that performance you talk about it, but it's just I knew you would mention it, so
I think it's interesting that you mentioned about actually sort of seeing them live, seeing the bands actually performing properly live.
It was like watching a concert.
Yeah.
Although it was a concert of sorts. It was a very sort of stripped back sort of concert without actually being there, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. Because later on I've got a couple from the Annie Nightingale era, and there's a sort of contrasting performances that I felt were quite interesting. But anyway, I'll come to it later.
Well, I've got a feeling there's one band I haven't written down and thought of that. Well, I did think about them, but I had a feeling you might do them, so I didn't.
Probably haven't, because what I did is that we've talked about Whistle Test before, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I tended to sort of like cross out the ones that I think we maybe talked about quite a lot already.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple here I've mentioned in that past thing, which I'll gladly mention again because I thought they were really, really good.
So mine was a result of mining because it wasn't a show in the United States when I was growing up, and I found a performance. It was an interview and a performance, and I have no idea. It was kind of on a pretty big stage. It didn't seem like it was on the BBC soundstage, and it was Chris Squire doing the first track of his debut solo record, right? And
was that a dual interview?
That was 1975.
Was it
two
people being interviewed?
It's on YouTube, and the title that I captured was Chris Squire, "Hold Out Your Hand, You by My Side." So it's two songs. Okay?
Right. Yeah. No. There was another one where he was interviewed and somebody else was interviewed.
It was the guitarist from Yes. It was a two-part. The part I'm talking about was a soundstage performance. And Bill Bruford was on drums. And who was guitarist of Yes? The guy with the big gap in his teeth. He might have joined also. It was. I mean, I don't believe that Chris Squire ever performed. I don't know if he ever toured this record. I don't know if Yes ever covered his songs. So for me, it was the first opportunity, first time ever, the first piece of evidence of him playing this song live on a stage. It's a great song. I mean, this is a Yes album.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a good album, isn't it? It's a very good album.
And he does the title track. He does the first song, the title track. And so did Vinegar Joe. Vinegar Joe did the title track of their first record. So this was an opportunity to just like show your best. It was like, if you have only Grey Whistle Test struck me as like, this is it, guys. You have one shot to make it good. So bring out your best. And they did. And so he's wearing this long cape. It's a big production. I mean, this is obviously Yes was making money at that time. And they had the budget to do something well. And it's well recorded, it's well performed, and if you get a chance, I don't know, Dave, if you can find the URL.
It's Shepherd's Bush where he did it.
There you go.
Mike, I'm actually going to make an adjustment to you. Just a moment, if I do that.
Okay.
Right. Can you hold that record up again?
Sure. Oh, you did me back. That's funny because I turned my camera around. There you go.
We go.
There we go.
It's Out of Water. Yeah, it's a great album. That is.
Yeah. There's a double interview of Chris Squire and Steve Howe. And they're both being interviewed about their latest album releases. And it's Fish Out of Water that's being done.
Darren picked it up. Nice one, Darren.
Very well done.
Yes.
Very well done.
Ah, brilliant.
I'll be back in a moment. I need to turn on some lights.
Okay, dokie. Right.
Okay,
Shall I
so
go
Mike,
then?
it's your turn to share a memory.
Yeah. So, yeah, before I mention my first one, I mean, with Whistle Test, when I was like 13 or 14 years old, early 70s, 71, 72, that kind of time, and I was getting into Whistle Test. And it was in the days, you remember, when television didn't go on all 24 hours.
No.
It was closed down, so you'd get you'd get the last program, and by midnight you'd get the national anthem played, and then that was it. Everything stopped.
Yeah.
And
I hope you stood. I hope you stood for it.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, Whistle Test was on BBC Two, and it was often it was the last program before close down. And it's a matter of sort of staying up, and you had school the next day, and your parents didn't really like it very much, and they were in bed, and you couldn't turn the telly up too loud, because then your dad would come down and say, turn that bloody racket off. But it was something that we talked about the next day. And anyway, so this performance is something that I don't think we mentioned this before, but it's Kevin Ayers. There we go. This is a CD of Banana Amore.
All right.
And there's a performance in 1973, and he did two songs off of Banana Amore. There was Shouting in the Bucket Blues, and what was the other one? Oh, What a Dream. And I absolutely love Kevin Ayers' voice. It's got that sort of very kind of deep sort of mahogany tone to his voice, and he's a bit psyche, he's a bit folky, and and the performance, there were these people in the background, and one of them was dressed like a Victorian soldier with a drum. Then there was somebody dressed as a chicken smoking a fag, and then sort of another person dressed as a sort of stereotype of a Chinaman, with the moustache, coming down like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did these songs, and it was probably the first time that I sort of became aware of Kevin Ayers as a performer. And just to let you know, guys, that when you come up to Leeds Record Fair, I'm on the lookout for Kevin Ayers records. So if you see any when you're hunting round,
Yes,
give me a shout. Yeah. So that was my first one. From the early days with Whispering Bob.
yeah. I think I did whip through that, and to be quite honest, I don't know much about Kevin Ayers, so that was a nice listen to and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. So I think so. I'm gonna my next one. I'm gonna mention the one we always talk about from this band because it's one of the legendary performances. I just have to say the sensational Alex Harvey Band.
Yeah.
You said you were going to do that as an also ran.
No,
You changed your mind.
I changed my mind because, of course, Delilah is just the ultimate. But one of the other performances is when they did Faith Healer.
Yeah.
That the beginning of it, and just Alex's persona in that. He looks like the creepy uncle, doesn't he, when he does Faith Healer on that? And he's got this, I'm a Faith Healer, oh dear, it was, but it's just the whole performance is absolutely brilliant. I mean, Zal just, and him and Chris at the back just
It's weird. It's just weird.
It is weird, but they were goofing about, but still playing.
Yeah.
And you got Ted McKenna just try not to laugh. There's bits where he nearly loses it, doesn't he, when he's drumming?
Yeah.
These two brilliant musicians arsing about as well. And I think Faith Healer is actually up there with Delilah. But any performance I've seen of Alex Harvey on the old Gristle West, that it was a performance. It wasn't just them playing the song. I mean, when they did Framed on there, and give my regards to the chef they've done on there, and they're theatrical. Alex was just at his height, wasn't he? He just had a camera that was focused on him, and he took it to he got every ounce out of that on every performance. And I think Alex Harvey is one of the most solid performers on that show ever.
Maybe. Because the thing about Alex Harvey Band is I've only got one album of theirs, which is a live album.
Is it blue in
really,
colour?
what?
Mostly. Is it mostly blue?
Yeah.
in colour?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
with a
the only
picture of
one
them on
I ever
stage.
bloody well see.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they were a band that I thought were all right, but I never really got much into the music. But seeing them perform, that's a different matter altogether. They were performers, the whole lot of them. And they kind of remind me, it's sort of, I don't want to get too arty, but they would do well, I think, sort of being the cast of some sort of Bertolt Brecht, sort of the opera or something. The sort of these kind of working class or sort of the underclass. These people who make their living out of getting up to no good, and they particularly Alex had that kind of persona, that air about him that was really, really quite sinister, but very but fascinating. And that's what I loved about him. Yeah.
I mean, we should have shut them in the Eurovision.
What instead of Puppet on the String?
Yeah, put a bit of Alex in there.
Oh, in which case it should have been Delilah for the Eurovision.
Yeah.
Zal doing his dance.
But they knocked Tom Jones out of the park, don't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's the best version ever, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
They
is.
never appeared on an album. It's just the single they released is the live track, which is on that live album. So I didn't want to go down the Delilah route, but I had to mention Alex because I just love watching the whole performances they did because they just put everything into it. So I don't care who goes next.
Well, John,
Yeah, go on.
do you want me to go next?
Yeah.
I actually wrote down Sensational Alex Harvey.
Yeah.
But this was a song I'd never heard of, and I just clicked on him. He's very visual, isn't he? He's a visual artist or singer, whatever you want to call him. So, this was when David Hepworth was doing some presenting. It was when he died, Alex Harvey, and he was talking about trials and tribulations he went through and all this sort of stuff. And he played this. This isn't my main choice. I'm just saying it because you mentioned it. It's a song called Next.
Yes.
Very weird thing, and I quite enjoyed it. It was all right. It was different and quirky, but my eyes are always focused on that weirdo in the background with Mr. Clown face.
Clever.
And the way he sometimes looks at the camera and sort of grins or smiles, you know. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention it because you did.
Right.
Nightmare on Whistle Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, blimey. But I suppose I better mention the ladies.
Yes.
Toya's on there doing Danced, which isn't one of my favourite tunes by her, but I just like watching her sort of bounding around the stage and her red hair flying up and down, and yes, it did certain things to a young man.
Yes.
It did certain things to an awful lot of young men.
Well, yes, yeah. But two ladies, well, three in Susie Sue. Love watching her and the Banshees on there.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if it wasn't for the likes of that program, you'd probably never have seen them,
No.
or not until it was too late. Anyway, you know. But the two in particular, I liked, and they can turn a sort of a rough old bastard like me, rougher than a badger's ass, no airs and graces, into a quivering wreck. And that was Suzanne Vega doing a song called "Small Blue Thing."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good choice.
That was absolutely wonderful. I thought. She's got one of those voices. You'll hear it. You'll know who it is, but you wouldn't necessarily know what she looks like. One of those really distinct voices. I think she's a fantastic singer.
Mm.
Well, I don't know whether you'd class her as sort of pop or folk, or what. I mean, I don't really.
Yeah. She's
What is
got her
folk?
own thing, really, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a class act.
Yeah, yeah. Singer-songwriter, I suppose.
Singer song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a few records, but I've got one album and some 12-inch singles. I mean that Tom's Diner she did with that. It was some pop group that I think it flew up the charts. Or I can't remember what it's called, what they were called now. Anyway, the other one, I think she's always had a bit of a rough ride. Joan Armatrading was on there doing Love and Affection live.
Yeah.
Absolutely what a voice that woman's got. What a voice.
Fine performer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of my all-time favourite songs, you know.
Yeah. I love it as well. Doesn't really get the plaudits I think she deserves. Okay, singers can't be brilliant all the time, and you can't always feel you can't really live off one song forever. You know, but that is a fantastic song and a fantastic singer. I remember people used to compare her a bit to Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, but I think she's better than Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, probably the other way around because Tracy Chapman came later, didn't she?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, you know, Fast Car was the thing, wasn't it? With
But Trady, I think we will give her some love on a Ladies' Day.
Yeah.
Add it to the list. We haven't got her on the list, have we?
I think she is.
No, but we'll have to dig her out then because I think she doesn't get much love, does she, in the vinyl community or anywhere on YouTube? So it's time to bring Joan.
Yeah, but I just thought I'd mention the ladies.
Yeah, good.
And there were other ladies on there. Who's the one Joan Jett was in?
The Runaways.
The Runaways.
Yeah. Great rocking band. I think she based herself on Susie Quattro, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, certainly that sort of vibe to her, isn't there?
Yeah. That they
Yeah.
were great as well.
Yeah.
It's a shame, really. All you hear is one or two songs by an artist. I'd love to see the whole sort of program.
Yeah, I mean, normally they do about, depending on the length of the song, they do maybe sort of, 3 songs.
Yeah. That was the average, wasn't it? 3 songs. And,
Yeah.
and 9 times out of 10, not a single in sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was all focused on albums.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time, I don't know if we're particularly guilty of it. I know Judy Seal gets a mention, and a lot of female vocalists and whatever from New Mike, but perhaps we don't mention the ladies enough.
Yeah.
That's why we have a ladies' day every month.
Yeah.
And if you do Joan, she's going to be
the other 29 days it's wall-to-wall men.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's a good place for you to come in, Dave, because one of yours is a lady.
Yeah. I'm not being rude, Dave. I just need to.
Yeah, no, that's all right. If you do, I'm adding Joan. She's not on the list, but if you do her, she's a marathon. 21 albums.
Excellent. That'd be worth doing. So leading nicely, this is a good place for Dave coming because I knew one of the ones he chose. So I think this is a good place.
Hang on, I need to add this in, otherwise I'll forget. And at my age, you don't want me to forget. I was positive that you had done a retro. You haven't done a retro of Joan Armatrading, so
that could come up as well. So
that'll be in as well. So that's there.
So
save that. Come to there. Come to this. Right, ladies. Where are we? Because there were 2 that I thought, and the first one is back in '72 again, except this time the parents were away. Oh,
that's my next one.
Guess who's the chief babysitter? And OGWT was duly turned on. Brother and sister off to bed, going bugger off. And I sat down, and lo and behold, this all-female band appeared. Oh, hello. Who are you? Bob Harris introduced this group, and I didn't fall in love, I fell in lust with the drummer. Lady by the name of Olivia Favela. And the band is Bertha. And they were playing Free Spirit.
Right.
She was an absolute nutcase. Playing the drums and singing away. She was mental. In a way, I almost thought of her as like a female Keith Moon, the way she was playing and singing away up into this night. And the camera drew back because she was doing the lead vocals. The camera drew back. Oh, there's more of you. There's you over there, and there's you over there. Never mind. I'm still focusing in on you. And they as was the thing, 2 or 3 songs, and that was it. They were done. I wanted more. So that was the night I discovered Bertha and Olivia Favela.
Yeah, I mean the other band that got one on there, and it was another great performance, was Fanny. They were brilliant.
I was just thinking that, Ian.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to say Fanny.
No, no. Bertha came first for me. No, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get Bertha and Fanny should have been bigger. They were great bands, but at the time in America, they just didn't think that women should be doing this. You know that they were bigger. They were bigger over here. They got a good following, especially Fanny. They were pretty solid over here.
Oh, Matt's come across Fuzzbox.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you're a big fan, aren't you, Nick?
Oh yes. Yeah. Birmingham girls.
Yeah. And he's also got Warner Brothers records, and then Matt likes Pulsar likes Rockin' with Rita. That's another good one.
I mean, I remember when I ranked Fanny's albums, I had a message actually from Alistair Beer.
That's
Really?
right.
Yeah, she said, "Thank you for giving us some love," basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ranking Fannies, that's
Yeah. I was in America.
Sorry.
I know you use it as the back, like your body, but in England, the fanny is only for the ladies' front bottom.
Yes. No, I
know
fanny
you are,
is
Michael.
fanny's word for bottom in the States too. Yes, we've adopted the King's English here too.
Excellent.
We're not.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So may I introduce one?
You certainly can.
Just
So,
to say, Ian,
mine is Annie Nightingale, and I found this YouTube clip, and it's entitled "Long John Baldry's Band: A Thrill's a Thrill, 1979," and BBC filmed him with his band at the Bottom Line in New York City. It's a live show, and they have two songs, one of which is "A Thrill's a Thrill," and the other one is the Righteous Brothers, "You've Lost That Loving Feeling." And what I love about this guy is he's a great baritone, and I didn't realize that's. I figured out why I like John Baldry so much, is because there's so much detail in his voice, has a baritone, and when he's paired off with a soprano like Liza Strike or Kathy McDonald, it's like it's butter for me because the contrast is so good. And I looked up baritones, just out of curiosity. Who are the great baritones? Tom Jones. Oops. Yeah. They included Iggy Pop. I don't know why. Yeah, he's a baritone. And a bunch of other singers. But this is a performance. It's based on when they were touring this record. Baldry's out, and I guess he was committed. He was in an asylum for a while. I mean, this guy has had a really troubled life. I mean, in terms of his sexuality, right? They introduced him as a straight man, and his early records had him on the jacket with adoring women surrounding him. He was a gay man, right? Mm-hmm. And he did a duet with Bobby Gentry. He did "You've Lost Your Loving Feeling," which is really kind of lousy. Again, playing a straight man. And when he met Kathy McDonald and they paired up on this band, they had a fellow with them on keyboard. His name was, have you guys ever heard of Roy Young? The story about Roy Young is that Brian Epstein suggested that he join the Beatles and he refused.
I don't know that story.
Yeah. Roy Young. No. And I know. I've never heard it before either. And I don't think it's made up.
He performed with the Beatles in Hamburg.
There you go. How's that for a piece of trivia?
Yeah.
Beatles people.
You get all these Beatles channels on YouTube, and none of them mention that, Michael.
Roy Young. And so, this is John. This was his final stage act. He did these drawings, and he's on stage at the Bottom Line. I really wish we could show these things on the stream. He's wearing these spandex pants, tight spandex pants, and his package is like so detailed in this clip. You guys would be like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with this guy?" And it's just, he's a very spotty his records are really spotty, and I think I probably have exhausted my exploration of him with this record, because he did a lot of crap records, but it's a great record. And and I read that the guy from the Righteous Brothers said to John Baldry, of all the covers of You've Lost That Loving Feeling, yours is the best. And he does that on the Bottom Line. And Annie Nightingale kisses him outside the Bottom Line. I guess she was inside doing a special report. Maybe she's doing a special report on the New York scene. And it's the only one. I mean, sometimes with YouTube and old Grey Whistle tests, there's no evidence of people, right? There's no evidence of performance or a period. And so for me, finding this was just wild. So, yeah, I mean, we can talk about these performances like Blondie and other groups and Iggy Pop on the old Grey Whistle test. Everybody's seen them, but the ones that nobody's ever seen are the ones that I like to highlight. So,
that's it. Oh, it's great story. So it's great. I didn't know that that he was gay.
Yeah.
I mean, Elton John, played the straight man, didn't he? Sort of early part of his career. Yeah.
Isn't he?
Long John Baldry is credited as discovering. I read that he discovered the Rolling Stones.
Wow.
So when that means it means he mentioned it or he championed them to somebody, and the rest is and things went into motion. But he was champ. I mean, he was right there with Elton John and Rod Stewart. They produced his first two records each side. I'm sorry, Nick. I interrupted you.
No.
Yeah.
Isn't he sometimes known as the father of British blues?
Yes.
Yes.
He had a big blues period.
And also, I think you've already won best record sleeve of the night with that lion. The Long John Baldry.
You like that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fantastic cover.
That is great. That is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not certainly ashamed of flying a flag on this in this stream.
Excellent. Right.
Yeah, there's no prize for winning the competition, but
Yeah.
That's the winner. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
No, it's great. Alex.
Yeah, excellent. Is it my turn for my second one?
Yeah, you can do your second one.
Yeah. So this is my second one after that.
No, Simon.
Oh no. Yeah. So what after this one, Nick? There's female artists involved after this one, but not this time. Now, this is a performance that freaked out Bob Harris, and it's Roxy Music, and it's from this album.
Yes.
And Roxy Music were on Whistle Test in 1972, and they'd released their first album, and they did a fantastic performance of Ladytron, very, very, very proggy sort of tune. And you've got you got Brian Eno, twiddling the knobs on the synth, and looking like Oddjob out of Rocky Horror. Exactly the same hair. It's got receding hairline and the long hair at the back, and he looked just like Richard O'Brien. But so that was a fantastic performance. And then in '73, when this album came out, second album came out, then Roxy Music were back on, and they did In Every Dream Home a Heartache. And it was quite clear that Bob Harris had not heard this song before, and he was completely freaked out by
Why?
the performance because of its subject matter.
What's the subject matter?
The subject
I-
matter, it's basically a love song to a blow-up doll,
To a what? To a blow up doll.
a blow-up sex doll. Yeah. It finishes off. So it starts off, and Brian Ferry is almost sort of talking the lyrics, and then sort of later on it gets sort of quite a sort of like, you know, quite a sort of rocky sort of tune, and then right at the end, and I think the final line that Ferry delivers, in case you know, you hadn't got the message by then, is I blew up your body and you blew my mind. And, you know, afterwards, you know, Bob Harris was sat there in his swivel chair, and he was ashen faced, you know.
Oh, he's worried about censors.
I think he was just shocked by the whole thing. You know, he was expecting, you know, some sort of like wholesome, you know, sort of proggy sort of you know, synthesizer led tune, and he got this, and quite often, you know, sort of some of Roxy Music's best stuff is where Brian Ferry's singing sort of absolutely, you know, absolutely takes over, you know, and sometimes he's singing almost sort of like a cappella, you know. And this is one of them, and it's a absolutely fantastic tune. It's one of my favourite, you know, one of my favourite Roxy Music tunes. And in fact, Brian Ferry did a duet of it with Jane Birkin.
Yes,
Really?
She did an album when she did sort of duets with lots and lots of different people, and that's a tune that she did with Brian Ferry. But
just interesting interpretation, isn't it, Mike?
it certainly is. It certainly is. But you know, this, as I say, you know, it was a memorable performance, and yeah. So that's my second one.
Okay. Well, is it you?
I don't know. I just wanted to say, I think when we did this way back then, I'm sure I picked out Ladytron and saying how much I liked it and that.
Yeah, it's an absolutely brilliant sort of performance of it.
Whenever I sort of see or hear Roxy Music, I can't help but think about Vic Reeves and that, and the rest of the gang doing their comedic version.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
Yeah. I just, yeah. Anyway, sorry, we digressed.
That's all right. Anyway, my next one is a song written by a certain Phil Lynott. Now, it comes off Johnny the Fox, Thin Lizzy. But Gary Moore, when he left Thin Lizzy, he went on to do some solo stuff. And he went on Whistle Test promoting his debut album, which is Back on the Streets. And he does a cover of a song called Don't Believe a Word. Now, everyone knows the Thin Lizzy version. Now, his performance on here, who does he get to come and sing on it and perform bass guitar work on this when he went on Whistle Test? Phil Lynott himself. Now, he plays it, and it's the version on here is it starts off with it's a real slowed down version of it. And then about halfway through, they crank it up. It's a fantastic performance. And I love this version of Don't Believe a Word. On the album, it's all slow, but when they do it, a live performance, you get half of Gary's version and half of the Thin Lizzy version. It's absolutely brilliant.
Right.
And even then, what is ironic, Thin Lizzy started doing the same on their live shows. They would start it slow and play. So this is a song that Phil wrote. Gary did his version, and then Phil must have liked it so much when they performed it, they did it the other way around. So yeah, it's a fantastic version. And Gary looks so young. He looks about 10. All you can see is all this hair. and his little scar at the side. But Phil Lynott just being cool as ever. But that's nice when he says, "Oh, I want a bass player. Will you come and have a go?" So yeah, I had to mention that one because it is just a stunning song anyway. But I like the more bluesy, soulful Gary Moore version.
Shall I keep the Irish theme going?
You can, I think so. Yeah.
All right, you've heard me talk about this band. They're on the list. At some stage, they'll probably get done for Paddy's Day. But back in '74, I'd left school. I was working in a bank, and I'd more free time. I had more control over what I could watch on the TV, and Old Grey Whistle Test was becoming a regular feature. Mum and Dad understood, my generation, my music. They had to give me some leeway. I sat down, and on comes Whispering Bob and Horslips. They're the
I've seen them mentioned a
original,
few times.
they're the original sort of Celtic rock band, or shall we say, an Irish band with Celtic roots that they brought Celtic mythology into the rock world. And they appeared and they played. Now it's spelt Dearg, but it's pronounced Jarrag. It's called Jarrag Doom. And in philosophical terms, it's deep and dark and mysterious, and it'll take too long to go through the whole story. But the music, oh my God. Now I do have a...
They're actually lined up. I know it's a long way off, but they are lined up for Patrick's sort of week.
This is it. There's a few Irish bands that are lined up, but this one has been on the list for a while.
I had never heard any of their stuff until Dave actually introduced me, and it totally blew me away.
They're good, aren't they?
They have.
Oh yes, yeah, because you've got things like King of the Morning, Queen of the Day.
Oh, that's...
And Trouble with a capital T. Oh, that'll get you rocking. But there you go. Horslips, Jarrag Doom, and fabulous. And I was so pleased because I'd heard Horslips through cousins. Go round, visit one of my cousins, and he had Horslips, and I heard the LP. Oh my God. And then to see them on the TV, on mainstream BBC, wow, it was unbelievable. So there you go. Let's continue.
Yeah,
I've got a little bit of trivia about Horslips.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. Now, one of the members of the band, and I can't remember who it was had some sort of connections with the advertising industry. And do you remember Harp Lager?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Dreadful Irish lager. It was in every single pub. Anyway, there was the advertising agency were doing an advert for Harp, and what they wanted to do is to sort of, the advert was set in a pub, an Irish pub, and of course there's a band playing in the corner, and they wanted a band, so the whoever it was sort of got his mates together, and they were the band in the pub in the Harp advert. And apparently the story goes that they liked the idea of being a band so much that they decided that they'd do it for real. And
Barry
they
Devlin
became Horslips.
It was Barry Devlin.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, how about that? But Harp Lager was everywhere, wasn't it?
Yeah. Harp, stay sharp to the bottom of the glass.
Yeah, to the bottom of the glass. Yeah,
That's
yeah. It was that and Carlin Black Label. I think I preferred Harp to Black Label, quite honestly.
It depended. If it was sort of room temperature, I preferred Carling. If it was cold, I preferred Harp.
Yeah.
I can't bloody remember Kanye West came on at Glastonbury dressed as, but I can remember a bleeding poxy jingle for a piss water pint of lager.
That's the album. Thank you, Terry. The Tame.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah,
Excellent album.
have that. Is that based on some sort of like Celtic folklore?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the Cattle Raid of Cooley, Rainbow Cooley. It's a
That's
10th
it.
century story written in Old and Middle Irish, and it's an ancient war between Ulster and Connaught.
Yeah. I do have that album. I have a few others as well. Now, is that the one where they had actually done? There's actually been been a live performance, or am I thinking of another album? But certainly based on some sort of Celtic folklore, the Book of something or other, and,
the Book of Invasions.
That's it. Yeah. That's yeah. I'm thinking of that, aren't I?
Yeah. Well, it's another adaptation of Irish legends.
Yeah.
Turned into a whole story.
Yeah.
It's their sixth. I think it's their sixth album.
Right.
But yeah, there are tracks that you can pick out, and you instantly know who it is. Their sound is so unique.
Yeah, that was a great choice. And when Dave told me, I thought, oh God, yes, they don't get enough love, do they, at all?
No. And considering that, they're the fathers of Celtic rock, the bands that followed on from what they did. Country bands, Irish bands, they moved into rock pop, and they got more exposure than.
Yeah, I know The Edge from the U2 speaks highly of Horslips.
Yeah.
But I mean, I only know The Man Who Built America, and that was I guess it was produced in the U.S. or it was released in the U.S. in 1970. This is Horslips, 1978. I'm just mentioning it because that's the only jacket I ever remember seeing of theirs in shops.
Yeah.
Produced by Steve Katz of Blood, Sweat and Tears. Concerned Irish emigration to the US and received considerable airplay in the States, but broad approval was missing. Yeah, that was one that we didn't.
It's not very good.
No,
I don't know that. But I mean, the good thing about Horslips, sort of like flying under the radar, is that when you see their albums, at record fairs or in record stores, they're usually very, very cheap.
Oh,
They've actually given them away.
Wow!
But well worth it.
Yeah.
That's one of my hit lists, I think, for Leeds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, you should. I think you got a good chance of picking something up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, who wants to go next? I lose track of who's doing what. I like this
I think
random.
we're kind of doing a round robin here, so it would be the gentleman to my.
The other side.
Him that way.
Him that way, yeah. It's you, Nick. It's you.
Yes, what will you be looking for?
Well, I'll make it easy for you. I've done 3. How many have you done, Ian?
3.
Oh yeah.
Mike?
I think the rest of us I've done 2.
Right. So it's 2 and 2 and 2. And the same to you, young sir.
Yeah. I'll probably do one more after this, but I've got a bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Well, according to Mr. Whispering,
Yes.
what's the most requested song from Whistle Test?
Oh.
I don't know. I find that it's not a Beatles track, is it?
No, thank God.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. It's obvious whenever you
It's
see
probably Cars, isn't it?
No,
No.
if I mention the band, you know what it is. It's
Southern America
Freebird.
rock.
Oh,
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you don't get that sort of thing in a quiz.
No.
I'm going to name one artist I watched again tonight just to be doubly sure, and it is still shite. It's not Devo. It's not Hanoi Rocks. It's Mr. Beefheart.
hey.
He actually, I only found one performance of Captain Beefheart on Old Grey Whistle Test, and it's in his later period, and it's actually not bad. I think, are we talking the same one? Did you see that performance?
I think I don't know if we were watching. I found a list of about 180 different things on it, and I was sort of working steadily down this, and there he was. I can't remember what it was called, Michael, but
This is the day or upon the Mai.
Christ knows. It could have been Hickory Dickory Dock for all I bleeding know. But I mean, part of the lyrics were high, 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 low, low, low.
Oh, that sounds upon the Mai oh my.
Well, I think he was talking about a card game or something like that. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but it's just I can't bloody stand it.
I found it.
The three sort of songs, performances, whatever you want to call them, I really, really liked. And as much as I love Madness and whatever, these three are the real standout ones for me. Johnny Winter covering Jumping Jack Flash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've watched that one. I first discovered that years ago, and I'll keep watching it every so often. It's my favourite Rolling Stones song ever, Jumping Jack Flash. But him and his band covering it is absolutely superb.
Yeah.
And when people talk about guitarists, they put Jimi Hendrix comes to the top of the pile more or less all the time, doesn't he?
Yes.
Johnny Winter is absolutely, I know he's a blues man, isn't he? Basically.
Yeah, he's a very underrated guitarist, Nick. Very underrated, I think.
Absolutely superb. I really loved it. Loved that performance. Two of us, Johnny Thunders and the boys, New York Dolls, doing Jet Boy.
Yeah.
The one band I've always sort of been curious about, but never heavily listened to them. I've heard the album. You're gonna have to excuse me. I can't remember what it's called. Where they're sitting on a sofa or a settee.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's their only album or what. I haven't got a clue because I haven't really investigated them a great deal. I've heard that album. I keep looking out for it, and I'll look out for it again at Leeds. And if I see it, it's in good nick, decent price, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really enjoyed them doing Jet Boy. Would you class them as glam or punk?
They're kind of in between, aren't they? But
Yeah,
I can actually remember, that performance happening. And, if you think about it, what would it have been, about 1975 or maybe earlier? And
they did have the dates of some of these performances, but I didn't think to write them all down.
They were just different.
Yeah.
They were, yeah.
Compared with all the, all the, the heavy rock and the prog that was going on Whistle
Right.
Test. You suddenly
There,
get
there was
real
kind
those.
there was kind of a bit of a heavy rock type vibe in there for a short while, or you could describe it as punk.
Yeah, yeah.
But like you say, they're kind of somewhere in between, aren't they? Glam rock and
Yeah,
I mean, I know I've seen
elements of glam and punk in there. It's a sort of a crossover, isn't it?
but I've seen sort of punk based, not necessarily music videos where some of the punk fans are kind of dressing, like mostly in America, are kindly dressing that way, like the New York Dolls. And like you say, they're kind of somewhere in between, aren't they? You got, but the other one that really blew me away, and I'm not a particular fan. I've never really listened to anything else. Was, and I have mentioned this in the previous one we did. Al Stewart, Year of the Cat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. One of my favourite albums.
yes.
I've never heard the album, and I've never really been bothered, about listening to it. I've heard the Year of the Cat. I used to hear it on the old Golden Oldie radio station when I was in the lorry driving up the M6. But I think I prefer this live version I saw on Whistle Test to the studio version, the album one.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely superb. I was quite entranced by it. Sat there, sort of humming, trying to hum away. I mean, I don't know how to tune the words, the lyrics go, or what they are.
Well, he's telling the story, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
About meeting a woman, sort of like in somewhere abroad, maybe Morocco or somewhere, and it's a superb song. And what is it, about 7 minutes long?
I'd love to download a load of these onto a CD, and I often think that a lot of the live versions that are shown are better than the studio versions.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that is one of them. So they're the three I sort of really, really loved them. I don't know, the Damned are in there and whatever, and as much as I love them, but Year of the Cat, Jet Boy, and who else was it? Jumping Jack Flash, Johnny Winter. They're probably the three I really, really loved the most. And I could listen to again and again and again. And Mr. Beefheart.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, it's your.
Okay, so my third and my favorite is a performance by a 23-year-old Terry Reid doing Without Expression on the Old Grey Whistle Test, and it's from his first record, Bang Bang, You're Terry Reid, and he did it in this period. At 23, he recorded The River, and it's just a 3-piece band. It's Terry Reid on guitar, bass player, and a drummer, and what can I say? I mean, the guy. I mean, his voice brings. He makes you cry. I mean, he's such a great vocalist, and he did a few songs on the Old Grey Whistle Test during the period of The River, and my favorite song from that record is Dean. He didn't do that on Old Grey Whistle Test, but he did Without Expression. It's great, and what else can I say? It's just a favorite. I don't have a lot of stories because I didn't grow up in the UK. So I'm a bit of an interloper here, but I appreciate.
Yeah, I've only just recently discovered Terry Reid.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you have? Do you have a favorite?
I don't know really, but I mean, I've certainly listened to that album.
River?
Yeah.
It's only one I've listened to, but I do like it. It's a very.
It's got I need to delve in a little bit deeper. I think with him.
His very late stuff, I don't think is that is as good as the early stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've been doing this for 2 hours and 14 minutes, and it's been a really good session, which is coming up for an idea for the next one. So I'm going to just run through the last two that I'd written down.
Okay.
Well, I haven't got my third one yet. Come on.
Well, you go next.
It's Mike's go.
Sorry, I'm jumping the gun here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I'll be as quick as I've mentioned this before. It's my all-time favourite performance on Whistle Test, and it's Patti Smith.
Oh,
Horses.
wow, brilliant! Yeah,
blew me away. You know, it's odd, it's arty, it's weird. You know, I mean, she starts off with that very sort. You know, she's almost reciting poetry, and then, you know, suddenly you're into this sort of like, you know, heavy rock tune, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. I love Horses, and again, it's sort of like, you know, it's punk before punk, isn't it?
it is.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that performance is more raunchier and rawer than actually on the album. It's got so much grit, isn't it? Her voice sounds fantastic on that performance.
Yeah, but again, you know, you see, you know, the band's there, and you can see them sort of interacting with each other. You know, that's what's so good about, you know, live music, I think.
Yes. I do believe that Todd Rundgren produced that record, and he also produced the New York Dolls debut. Todd Rundgren did.
Yeah.
And I'd like to also say that although I didn't mention it, there is an Old Grey Whistle Test with Todd Rundgren on guitar and 12-string guitar and piano, doing around eight songs from his 1982 period, and it's absolutely brilliant. If you're so inclined.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right, Mike. That was a fantastic session she did for the Old Grey Whistle Test. One of the up there, isn't it? It's definitely in the top 10 performances. Okay, I'm going to whip through these last couple. I mean, the first one I'm going to mention is Supertramp, when they did their session there, and their Dreamer on there.
Sorry, Michael.
Is fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great session, but Dreamer to me is just Roger, just at his prime. I mean, Crime of the Century, big album, and that's one of the big tracks. But the one I've listened to last is not just one song; it's one of the ones that's got the performance. On this dates back to 1975, and when Dr. Feelgood was on there.
Yeah.
Keep It Out. Was it Keep It Out of? I can't even think of the name of the track now. What's it called?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, Keep It Out of Sight. That's it. I wrote it down, but I didn't. I squiggled it. And then you get, of course, Roxette, and she does it right. I mean, it's one of the best performances I've ever seen. Wilco was just brilliant. I mean, Roxette, everyone talks about Roxette as being one of their finest performances, but she does it right. It's just as good. It's got that thing. And Wilco's performance. And I must admit, of all the bands that I've watched on there when I was doing this has to be the performance. Someone has put the whole three together, the whole session, and it's fantastic. The sound's good. Lee's brilliant. His vocals are brilliant. The rest of the band are just tuned in. It's just one hell of a performance, and it has to be. It even tops Alex Harvey for me, Roxette, and Dr. Feelgood.
That's one of my favourites of all, Ian.
Yeah, it is just brilliant, and it sort of introduced the world a little bit more to Dr. Feelgood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the most underrated pub rock bands in history.
I will
Well, I
tell you
think
that down by the
I think
jetty.
pub rock in general is underrated.
Yeah, down by the jetty is just a
Yeah.
fantastic album. I'm
Down by
looking
the
at-
jetty is you can't get it cheap in Japan. It's like every time you walk into a record store, it's up on the wall on display for like the equivalent of $200, $300.
And I've got an original. I've got an original copy of it that I brought many years ago for about £4.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not expensive now. This stuff,
Yeah,
really isn't. You know, it's obviously a regional thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that album. I mean, the first two albums of obviously are Wilco's albums, and I think them two are they're the best. So that was my little conclusion of my little rummage through thing. So it's up to the rest of you to, if you've got any more you want to tell us, really.
Yeah, I've got two, and it's they're both from the Annie Nightingale era, and they're both punk bands.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to sort of highlight is the sort of the contrast between two performances, both of the sort of female members of the band. So they're two bands I absolutely love, and the first one is the Adverts, and they were on in 1978, and they did 3 tracks. They did Bored Teenagers, Drowning Man, and Great British Mistake. So they're on stage. You've got TV Smith bouncing all over the place, and for the whole of 3 songs, Gay is stood at the side of the stage with a bass, and she's stock still with her head down, side on to the front of the stage, and she just doesn't move at all. And she, later on, she said that she had sort of, issues about being a pop star, basically. It just wasn't for her, and sort of knowing that, you can sort of, you can read stuff into that performance, that she was there and she was doing her stuff, but it didn't look like she was particularly enjoying herself. The other band, also 1978, was the Rezillos, and they did Destination Venus. I wrote them down. Getting Me Down, and one of my favourites, My Baby Does Good Sculptures. I'm
My Baby Does Good Sculptures.
My Baby Does Good Sculptures. Yeah. And they don't really mean sculptures. And Faye 5 is bouncing all over the stage, and she's got that dance that she does. It's sort of, she's almost shaking. It's 100 miles an hour, and she's really enjoying the limelight, and it's such a contrast, between her and Gay Advert, who was, say she didn't move.
I mean, her performance was outstanding, though. Okay, it was her playing is fantastic, but I think she didn't like the fame. I deliberately didn't mention them because I knew you would.
Right.
Oh.
So yeah, so I love them performances. It was I mean, I imagine seeing that for the first time. It was probably a lot of people's first proper look at proper punk.
Yeah.
On TV.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Terry.
So I think that's what Dave's going to be talking about. There's a reason why you're talking about it, though, isn't there?
Since he's brought it up, both of mine, the last two, come from December 75 and March 76. I was studying at Jordanstown Polytechnic, which later became the University of Ulster. And most nights I could be found up in the Students' Union watching the old grey whistle test whenever it was on. And I got blown away by a lady playing a 6-string guitar and making it sound like a 12-string. And that was Anne and Nancy. from Heart. Nancy, the intro to Crazy on You is unbelievable because it sounds nothing like what you hear on the single. And then you get Anne's vocals coming in, and it just lifts the song into the stratosphere. All live, no auto-tune. I mean, a lot of modern bands could do well to go back and watch some of the original artists playing live without gimmicks. And then, like I said, March 76, I sat down and was entranced for 10 minutes watching Rory Gallagher at the Shepherd's Bush Empire doing Bullfrog Blues. You see that man playing guitar and you just wonder, why? How? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I've seen him do that live at the Mildenhall Blues Festival, and it just totally blows you away.
It does. It's an outstanding performance, and this was one of the ones where the cameras move round behind the band and look out, and you can see the theatre, and it's jam packed, and they go wild at the start and at the end. They go wild whenever they hear the start of it, and then they go wild whenever he finishes it. And like I say, it's 10 minutes long, just one track.
Excellent.
So,
yeah, Rory Gallagher live is something else. We saw.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the Mildenhall Blues Festival. I think it was sometime in the 80s. Uriah Heep were on, Dumpy's Rusty Nuts, and lots of blues bands. But what drew me and Lee was Rory Gallagher. He was absolutely dynamite. It was a hot day, and when he started playing that, the sun was just going down. The atmosphere was just perfect. And yeah, I've watched that on there, and I mean, we didn't have the cameras to see his fingers, so watching that, to see how he's just, and it's just effortless. It's not even, a lot of all that. It's just yeah. A brilliant performance. Yeah, that's a good choice.
I've just got. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just got 3 quick honorary mentions. The Motors.
Mine's already been mentioned, so I'm going past that one. Sorry.
The Motors, Dancing the Night Away. I swear I heard this at a DJ set while we were we went to see UK Subs and Peter and the Test Tube Babies a few years ago, and a DJ set before they came on, and while they were waiting to change, and I had to ask this old punk bloke in front of me, what's this record? And I swear it was the Motors, Dancing the Night Away. I ended up searching for it, and I bought the 7-inch single, so I'll have to dig that out and play it. Talking about bands and Whistle Test, where it's sort of a stripped back sort of sound. Tubeway Army, Our Friends Electric.
That's a brilliant version.
It's very, very different and quirky. One of the most important songs in British music history, in my opinion.
It wasn't a big hit. They did that performance, was it? It hadn't.
Well, as much as I detest and hate the BBC, them and Top of the... Yeah, well done, sir.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yes.
BBC, Top of the Pops, had a really big part to play in it becoming number 1 top of the charts. So that's for another day. And finally, Specials. Rudy, A Message to You.
Yeah.
You can tell. I know we've already mentioned Mime in the early days. This is totally their stripped back vocals, singing, no auto tune. John Bradbury on the drums. Drums sound totally different, and it just goes to show how single releases, etc., are so polished, aren't they? And so shiny and made to look and sound so good. This is stripped back, bareback music at probably its best. Well,
Yeah,
special.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, the other day, Nick, we were talking about Too Much Too Young, weren't we? And how the live version is just superior to the version on the album.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I can recall, the version on the album is how it's supposed to be. But as much as I love the specials, I think it kind of ruins the album. I know you're really not supposed to skip tunes, but it's one tune I kind of play, listen to it a little bit, and then I'll skip it.
Yeah.
And get back to the real sort of meat and bones, you know. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Have you got any little bits you want to add, Michael?
Yeah, I'd like, in terms of stripped back, Humble Pie with the Blackberries doing Black Coffee.
Yes.
From the Eat It record. You have what was supposed to be it kicked off as a super group, and then the musicians, I believe, were really understated. And the Blackberries was a trio of 3 black women singing, trading off with Steve Marriott, and it's just a unique period of his career that he collaborated with them, and it's a great performance. Black Coffee, and the other performance is Rusty Red Armor by Vinegar Joe, which is the track that kicks off their debut record, and it's just the best of the best in terms of Robert Palmer and Elkie Brooks and the rest of the band. It's just a great performance. Rusty Red Armor. I recommend you look it up.
Yeah, on that performance, Elkie and Robert are just locked in, aren't they? They are on the same page. Probably one of their finest performances together, I think.
Yeah.
I came across some pictures of Elkie Brooks while I was looking for other stuff and that, and she was quite an attractive woman.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
So there we go. That has been super. I think everyone's enjoyed diving into this. So it's gave me a thought. Next month, why don't we do the American version, which was the Midnight Special? Because there's some super performances for Michael. Yes.
Why not? Why not? This will be a voyage of discovery for me, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Midnight Special.
I'll tell you what, Mike, you'll find some really good performances on there.
I'm sure I will, yeah.
And you'll be shocked that some of the bands that are on there.
Wasn't what's his name? What was his name? Wasn't he the host? Oh Jesus Christ! You don't know who I'm talking about, do you?
Wolfman Jack.
Yes.
Wolfman Jack.
Oh right.
Wasn't he the
Wolfman of Del Rio?
Yeah. Yeah, there's if you put in Midnight Special, Mike, on YouTube, it'll come up with loads.
Yeah.
You won't.
No, I know. I used to watch it. Yeah.
So that's what we'll do next month, I think, because everyone seems to in the gallery has enjoyed this, and I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's been a great one to do. So we'll make a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Right. 1, 2. Let's see. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. You're all right, Nick. we can catch it.
So that will be when will that?
No, I just seen Terry. As long as it's not bandstand.
So let's have a look at the older thing. I make that the 6th of August.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, so we could do and then after that we could do Cheggers Plays Pop, couldn't we?
Are you trying to get us cancelled?
Yes. So thank you very much for my wonderful panel as ever.
Oh, hang on. Here you go.
Yeah, thank you very much.
There you go. Every Friday, the Midnight Special YouTube channel uploads a whole episode.
Oh,
8 p.m.
fantastic.
EST.
Fantastic.
So 8 p.m.
I'm going to
EST.
enjoy that. I'm going to
5
enjoy
13,
exploring that stuff.
Yes.
1 o'clock on a Saturday morning. I think that works out.
Yes.
So is that what it's called then? Is it the Midnight Special?
Yes.
Midnight Special.
Yeah.
Right.
So thank you very much for everyone, and we'll see you all in a month's time. So
Yeah.
bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody.